All right, we'll go ahead and call the special meeting to order. Time 6 o'clock. Please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So we will now open the public hearing for budget of fiscal year 2026 and the amount of $14,501,597. I would ask for public comment. We don't have any public here tonight to comment. We'll give it a couple minutes just in case somebody shows up.
I forgot I have an audience thing in the box. I just it makes it good when I'm telling jokes. I can get people to laugh. But they have crickets, which would be really good for you.
Yeah.
Just one more minute. All right, well, we'll go ahead and close public comment. There was no public comment. Okay. So then we're going to need to approve minutes from the August 12th meeting. Has everybody read the minutes? I guess you should ask first.
Yep. I'll make the motion to accept the minutes from August 12th, 2025.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor? Motion passes. Okay, so now we'll need a motion to approve the budget for fiscal year 2026.
I'll make the motion to approve the fiscal year 2026 budget.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Yay. Okay, do we have that USDA water? Do I have to sign that?
Did I set that for you? Shoot. Is it not in front of you?
I just had this and this in the minutes.
Oh, it's probably at my desk.
Okay.
I need to notarize it though, so we could do it after.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with that.
Okay, so this is the USDA water and waste system grant agreement that we talked about at the last meeting that needed to be updated because of the way that it took a little longer for everything to get going with the lawsuit and everything. So this is just saying that I can sign it, and we can grab a copy of, because I know that you weren't here if you want to look at it, Jeff. Okay, does anybody want to make a motion?
I'll motion for the mayor to sign the USDA water and waste system grant agreement.
Okay, do I have a second?
A second.
Okay, moved and seconded, all in favor? Motion passes.
I very much wanted to say execute order 66.
That would have been awesome. Okay, Mark, you're up.
Do I gotta stand up again?
Sure. Gotta give us the full money.
So, I'm in the process of trying to acquire a 1976 HUD-approved, single wide manufactured home. It is actually very expensive. It turns out to buy a single wide insurance and bank and so forth. Still working on it, but one of the steps is to get council approval because it's over 5 years. So requesting, I brought pictures. I do actually have pictures if you want to see, Jeff.
Yeah, sorry I wasn't here, so you had
It's
to
okay.
do this. Where, are you putting this at your place or?
Put it in my place, so I'll be tearing out my current place with a mini X in the dumpsters and then putting this on, so there'll be a little excavation.
Recycle?
Yeah, of course I'm recycling.
I didn't know you thought about it.
And I'll be the main person making
So
sure.
you're basically removing where you're at now and putting this, you know?
It'll improve Railroad Street 200%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah,
little.
yeah.
guy. It's slick, but anyway,
So you still have the one residence?
yeah, I'll have the one residence there. And then, so there's actually 2 lots there. I don't know if the counties put it back together or not, but at one point it was 2 lots even within past 20 years, but it's the one I'm on now, and it is 4 feet above the ground. Not that it has to be, but it is above the floodplain. threshold, so I confirmed that. So, yeah,
And the HUD approved is, because we had the ordinance that has all the updated wiring and stuff, so the HUD approved, make sure that it has all the the non-aluminum wiring
aluminum wiring.
and all the updates.
Plumbing, and I did ask Richling about that, he did confirm, yes, that's true. And requires that the certain way the stairs are set up, and it requires how it's set up and tied down and so forth, but.
So
So
we
you
have
can try to do
to,
real
is there
property
any,
with it?
So,
You can try to make it real property, or are you gonna?
no,
just
that's a good question. No, not at this juncture, with a foundation. That would be even more expensive, and if you're gonna do real property, I'd probably go for a bigger one. Down the line, I might do that, but that's a good question.
does it require any notification to the neighbors or anything? I wouldn't think it would be.
I don't-
I just wanted to be sure, I'm not.
Right,
Not in
I
our
don't,
code, it doesn't.
I don't think so, because we've never, since I've been on council, dealt with the single wide ones, but we've had several double wide ones. And they just brought in the pictures and the updated stuff, like, cause with the double wide, it has to have like a certain 412 pitch and all that, and I remember never having to notify the neighbors. Yeah.
And single wides do too. They have to have.
Single whites have to have the attached garage or attached
No,
Roof?
just
No.
the double whites?
So do you, so you said the single wides have to have the 412 pitch roof?
yeah, they have to have a pitched roof as well.
So are you putting a pitched roof on yours?
No, it has one.
Oh, it has
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it has one.
Okay.
So it has the pitched roof. So, like I said, it's just a boilerplate thing, other than the financing is more tricky because
Yeah.
they're really against, I'd say they're like, anyone's against single wides, they're just not interested in them unless they're real property.
Mhm.
So, but you know, if you're willing to pay the extra money, they'll do it.
Does anybody else have any other questions?
And anything related to this is in our ordinances, exactly. It's copied and pasted from national standards, I guess, so.
I'd like to think we are.
Yeah.
We got our own thing going.
What do they know?
Yeah.
This is not Clearwater County.
Thank you, Mark.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I say sorry I wasn't here, so you had to
No.
repitch it, but.
It's all right, I'm still working on all the other paperwork.
So motion?
Yep.
Make a motion to approve. Permit.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay.
Thank you guys very
Yep.
much.
Congratulations, Mark.
I don't have it yet.
Well, soon.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yep. So
Sorry.
the Costco membership thing, so we talked about this last time. So what happened was it's a resolution or something. It's part of being council that everybody gets Costco membership. Well, it expired, so we went to renew it. We could not renew it because it was in, somebody else was the primary, and they wouldn't let us make any changes. So I could come up with an idea instead of the city just paying it, everybody gets a card, because I know some people like Amanda might have the black card or the red card or whatever. They do a monthly stipend, or not a monthly stipend, sorry, a yearly stipend. So you just get the check for the $65 at the beginning of the year, whatever, everybody gets it so that they can just put it either towards their membership or get their own membership. And I have also been, Costco contacted me again as far as we wanted to get one because we didn't have our tax exempt ID number down there. So they said that if we provide a letter signed by me saying that, per the mayor, we want all these other people removed, because the only way to do it would be to start one that said, instead of the city of Julietta, it would have to be Julietta City, because previous one holds the rights to the name. So we can knock them off. And then I was gonna have one for Justin, Joe, and Cheyenne for office supplies with the tax exempt ID number. And then everybody else would just have get their stipend so that they get their, full benefit of being here and getting their Costco membership, because that's important to, some people complained when they lost it. But they didn't no, that's not what I was meaning.
Oh,
Yeah, but they didn't really lose it. Yeah, yes.
How long ago did that get that they had that?
The Costco membership. So it has been part of the thing since I was here when I started 11 years ago.
Did no one tell
12
you
years
about
ago.
it when you were on
No, it all
council?
news to me.
Oh. Well, yeah, you were
I
on
saw
for
it,
2
I'm like,
years.
what?
Yeah, you were on for 2 years
Yeah,
before.
You guys hold now.
Oh, man.
$65
Give
times
you
two.
back to me.
Interest.
Yeah.
No, I just,
He's suing.
I know that the city was running to something like that, cause every department used to have a city card, and they did, so.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole city was like, you basically have to get hold of finance, reserve the card
Mm-hmm.
for a certain time period, then you go pick up the card. With the tax ID stuff,
Yeah.
that you drive there, buy what you need, few supplies, and then you have to sign it in and out,
Wow.
and so I think they're cracking down, just cause
Yeah.
it's probably for the same
Yeah.
reasons. So this
Yeah.
makes total sense.
And so, and it sounded like we were the only city that did it this way. We like to stand out. Yeah, we do our own thing. But we also do provide one for Frank, because he's our backup. So that's part of his thing for letting us use his license as he gets a Costco card. So we would, I think we talked about, we would just give him this stipend as well. Is that what we talked about?
I think so.
Yeah. So the big thing would be, because where they're buying stuff for the city, that they would just have the one with the tax exempt ID number.
Yeah, we just have one card and whoever goes down there, we just take it. now?
No, they
Or
each get their own
have
card.
okay.
Yeah, they each get their own card, because when you, I don't know if Costco changed, but I think your card has to match the name on the credit card.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think we're gonna use it that much, but like supplies for the bathrooms and supplies for here and stuff, just to take advantage of the tax exempt stuff. Yeah.
My only thought is, waiting till election time. So if we want to get the stipend, I mean, when is election certified? December? Like the results?
November.
I mean,
November,
we do it in November, but
I don't think, yeah, you're here till January.
right,
so maybe
so,
January,
so,
and then we pay for the year.
right, so basically,
So,
like, what would happen
turnover.
now is because mine and Mark's were both, like, I went in there and they're like, hey, you're and I'm like, what? Really? This is a
Did they
city
let you
thing.
shop still?
They let me shop.
Okay, same here.
And it's funny because they told me, they're like, well, if anybody else comes from the city, we're not gonna let them shop. And I was like, well, hopefully nobody will. We'll get this taken care of real quick. And apparently they let you shop
I told
too.
you that too.
Yeah.
Snuck in on somebody's card.
They saw me too.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that's something we'd have to work out for the remainder of this year, and then, but it would usually take effect in January. So we would just, we might have to do something different this year because it happened mid-year. We, I know everybody loves to shop at Costco, so we'll make sure we get that figured out for the rest of this year, and then just see how next year, and then we'd just be in January.
Mark and you were the only ones left, so I mean, I'm not gonna ask for my 5 months prorated. I mean.
Yeah.
Can I ask for Amanda's?
I'm saving the city money, you know,
Yeah,
selection
I
time.
I wouldn't feel right taking.
So, I mean, Then once the new election,
Yeah.
January.
Yeah, then January we would,
So-
yeah.
I broke down and bought an executive one anyway.
It pays-
Oh, yeah?
It
Yeah,
pays for itself.
yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
just,
I ended up with one too, because my wife likes the blueberries, and she was going through withdrawals, so we're like, well, let's just get one and we'll
No,
just
for
figure it
real.
out.
they put crack or something in that stuff. I love Costco.
So basically, yeah, then it would just be, yeah.
One thing I would put though, I wouldn't put a dollar amount, I would just say whatever the
Yeah,
rate is for
If they
for that
raise it
year.
again.
Right, so the rate for the
The
rate for the
Basic.
basic one is what we had. Business membership is the same as was it the Gold Star?
So
or
there's
the-
Gold Star, Executive, and Business, I think.
Well, business is so when I added up how much it was for all of ours, it equaled the Gold Star one, the
Gotcha,
$65 one. So we'll just put basic membership. Yeah.
Cool. No, this is a great solution.
Yeah. So that way there in the future is, because as we've seen most recently, council seats change quite rapidly sometimes. That it's just a little easier way to manage it. Yep. Okay, so I just need a,
I'll make a motion to have one Costco membership to cover city employees and pay council members yearly stipend of whatever that basic membership would be.
I second.
okay, moved and second, all in favor? Motion passes. Okay. Do you want to talk about this or you want me to talk about it?
I can talk about it. and
Okay.
You can add in if I forget anything. So I've been in the process of getting the Cassell Community Portal set up. And I got a call from Computer Doctors, and Tristan was saying that you really need to have like a dedicated computer that just runs the Cassell program. I think it has to do with because cards are being ran.
Yeah, it has to be very, very secure with people's account information and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff on their
So
credit
he
card
said
information.
currently there's the 2 computers that have the Cassell program on there, but he doesn't recommend them being used for like daily things. So he quoted us, I think he said for another computer refurbished would be about 550. And then I think he said another couple $100 for them to come out and set it up
Yep.
and everything. We wouldn't need a monitor, I don't believe. We would just
Right.
need the,
So what it would be is she would remote log into that second computer. The other option would be a server that's super protected that would have all of our stuff on it as well. But that's I think he quoted like $4,000 for the server. But then there was the other option, if you want to talk about.
yeah, the other option. So I relayed all this to Cassell to see what their thoughts were, and they have what's called Cassell hosted, which is just them hosting all of our information on a server of theirs. Pros of that is they would handle all maintenance and backups that would be required with it. And another thing is for the portal to run, the computer that it's on has to be on 24/7. So if it shuts off for some reason and someone goes onto the portal to try to pay, it won't let them.
So we'll want to make sure we have battery backup if we go that route.
So that was my question. If we were to have another computer here, if the power goes out like it did a week or 2 ago. So we would want to make sure that that gets turned on. If we went with Cassell hosted, that would never be an issue. So the original quote is 300, but the gal that I was working with was able to lower that down to 235 a month if we wanted to go that route.
The other benefit of the Cassell hosted is like if Cheyenne's in training, which she will be in September in Boise, she can take the city laptop and log into Cassell wherever. So if Joe or Justin are running the office and they have an issue, she can log in from Boise and help fix the issue. It is, you know, like I said, it is $230 a month, but there is definitely some pros and cons to it. And she can work from home or whatever if she needs to. She can. So that is one of the benefits of the hosted. And was there any other benefits or other things about the hosted?
They also said that you get priority support. So anytime you put in a ticket, I guess it bumps you to the top, which is kind of nice because I've noticed lately Cassell's been super busy. So oftentimes it'll be a couple days before I hear back from them, which can make it tough when we're on deadlines with getting things done. And I just don't know the system well enough yet to be able to not use the support as much as I do. But definitely the biggest perk would be being able to log in from anywhere. Currently, it's based on licenses, so both computers in there have licenses, but I don't have access to the program.
So if we were to get a third computer, do we have a third license still?
It does come with a third license.
Okay.
So yeah, that would be another perk if we were to have a third computer here for some reason.
We don't have to buy another license.
No, nope. And the only catch with the online is you just have to, wherever you're trying to log in from, you have to download some program onto that computer, but it's not like a license thing or anything. It's free.
Right, which we would probably just do on our city laptop anyway, on your laptop.
So the Cassell hosted, that's the 230 a month if we did the Cassell.
Yes,
And then the other option is to have our own computer.
yes,
But you
Correct.
can't log into that or do anything from, say, Boise or anything.
No,
Correct.
she would have to be here and so what she would do is she would log into a regular computer and then remote log into the third computer to do anything with the portal and all of that for our online bill stuff.
And that's only if we have the Cassell hosted.
No, the Cassell hosted, she could log in anywhere, but she's here basically, so the third computer doesn't have monitors, it just sits under a desk.
Okay,
And so when she logs into a regular computer, she would have the option to remote log into that computer, essentially from the main computer to do whatever she needed to do and then log out, so it wouldn't always be with all of the regular day-to-day stuff she does.
But could she do that from Boise?
No,
Okay, gotcha.
no, hosted is the only one that she can do when she's away from here.
And so if we have our own tower, like security wise, what, or how are we protected from?
So
computer doctor?
Computer Doctors has all of those malware, antivirus, whatever we need. They secure all of our other stuff now. So they would just have to add that to our third computer.
And so does that increase what we get charged by them?
Hey,
Because-
well, according to Tristan, it wouldn't increase our monthly cost. It would just be that initial,
Initial, yeah, then it basically like initial $1,000.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I've heard that from him before.
well, it did seem weird because I thought with adding a third computer, that much more antivirus and security stuff but. yes.
So we have, how much have we spent approximately on Cassell now? I think we've invested heavily in Cassell to be kind of like run the office more or less, right?
Right, so because Casella is our main program for everything, so we've done some add-ons and they're gonna help reconcile the books and do all that. So, yeah, basically they're the one-stop shop that runs all of the basic stuff for the city. Well, I mean, Cheyenne runs the basic city stuff, but their program is what runs.
That's
it.
what I mean.
Yeah.
So being able to do this remotely would be important because it literally is doing something for almost every part of the city, right?
Yep, especially now that we have the cash receipting where it takes care of the transfer the water bill money over, and now that we'll have the portal stuff, it basically, yeah, it's our, yep, and oh, man, I just lost my train of thought.
Well, this is expensive, but it seems like I'm sorry,
No,
but
go ahead.
it seems like would be a super valuable tool. It's not cheap though, but it seems like, I don't want to give Cassell too much money, but it does seem like this would be extremely valuable for Cheyenne and the city if we're using Cassell for so many applications as it is.
Well, go ahead.
I learned, so when I agree, I'd agree at it, because computer, that tower will be out of it, whatever, in 3 to 5 years, and then the security is what really gets me. 'Cause that's like Amanda said, and I don't know, I would assume though that there's probably some kind of, if we go with their hosted, there's gotta be some kind of like, if for some reason they got hacked, that's all on them to have to deal with it.
Yeah, definitely a level of protection for the
Yeah,
city.
that's
Yeah.
what that's huge to me would be, like Mark said, this is not a, $2,800 a month now. But
well,
how
not a
much is it
month.
gonna be if we get, or $2,800 a year,
Yeah.
right? But how much is it gonna be if we got hacked or
Right,
the computer
right.
gets stolen or,
Right,
I mean.
or
it's,
it gets, yeah, fried by.
yeah,
outage.
it has a surge,
Yeah.
cause we plug it in, I mean, to me, it's not cheap, but it's like cheap, not cheap insurance, but it's insurance.
Right, well, and with the
Yeah,
priority,
Other thing I was gonna say is when the school moved over to hosted on the cloud things, problems went down.
yeah, well, with the priority, moving up the tickets where so much of our city runs on Casella, it'd be nice to put in a ticket and have it jump straight to the top. Yeah, less problems always a good thing. Oh,
Is this, if we sign up for it, is it like a yearly contract, like we could not, like, let's say we don't like the hosted part, it just isn't what we think it is?
None
You
of
know,
the other things that we have added on weren't based upon signing up for a year. They
Okay.
never mentioned that to me.
Like, we're not,
I
when
can
we
certainly-
commit, we're not.
We're not like
committed
locked in for a
okay.
year.
All right.
I don't
Alright.
believe so. It's never been
Yeah.
mentioned to me, and that's not how any of the other
That's not how
add-ons
they-
have been.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
I don't want to give them any more money though after this, unless they're gonna come in here and like really do some stuff.
I wish they would tell you that before, like the online pay, it's like, oh, to do that, you
Yeah,
need this.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know, it's
Give us a
like-
list.
Right.
Every
Give us a
software
menu.
company knows.
Well, and
Every
admittedly, it was definitely more of a computer doctor's issue that they brought up.
Oh,
yeah.
And I mean, Cassell told me that, they have cities that they do this for that are, on perhaps more of a limited budget,
Mhm.
who it wasn't feasible for them to be able to either purchase a computer or add on the Cassell hosted. And so they did make it work, putting it on one of the working computers, but then stressed, try not to use it very much because it's going to drastically slow down your card processing. And I think that was the big thing, was the card processing.
Well, we want to make sure that this is easy and seamless for our citizens, because the more The easier it is, the more they're gonna use it, and it's gonna be beneficial to them.
And if it saves Cheyenne work, cause she's not worried about it, these cars go through and people calling,
Mhm.
it'll probably, hopefully pay for it.
Yeah.
Or come close to it.
Right.
But, yeah, I think it might be worth the try, and then
That's
that's not what they claim. There's a lot of other,
other options.
a lot of
Yeah.
other options out there
Yeah.
that, I'm sure somebody else would be glad to sell us a product. Software and hosting, but,
Yep.
you know, I'd get us paid to switch, but.
No, I make a move to, so, you guys ready?
You wanna say it again?
I make a move to run the Casell community portal, to get that
The hosted,
hosted.
do I have a second? Okay, moved and seconded, all in favor? Motion passes. Okay,
Living large over there.
is this you? 11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so, and I appreciate Cheyenne that we clarified this. So I was gonna ask the council to put a camera on the water plant and just to start off the water plant. And last time we discussed possibly like, game cams or whatever, but I was thinking about it and I was thinking, well, I know Eric's been talking a lot about upgrades to the system down there, and I just wonder if maybe Wi-Fi at the water plant would just be a better option in the future. And that changes our camera options a lot, like significant, and not just for the trail, but I just think it'd be good to have cameras down there too.
Well, and with when we go to the new,
System.
water meters, what are they? The digital ones?
The digital water meters.
Then we're gonna need internet down there for, with the water. Don't you need internet? Is that the sewer plant that needs internet for the
Sewer
SCADA?
plant.
Okay. But we're still gonna need we could use Wi-Fi internet down there at the water plant, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's things you could do. I mean, we could put cameras so we could watch our turbidity from our phone instead of having to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do want one right on the trail too.
So 2 cameras.
At least.
Once or so.
Once we start doing that, and we start hooking stuff to it, we're gonna have to start getting, taking, we're gonna have to have a firewall so people can't mess, because they're gonna hook our computers to it down there that are run our plant.
Right, so we would definitely want the protection and want it close in so that it's only like, like I have mine, thankfully, because, I know somebody works at TDS, my Wi-Fi is like, I get it in my shop, but if I go too far past my shop, I lose it. So we want it definitely tightened up, so it's just around the water plant, so it's doing what we need to do and it's locked down for sure.
And then for having if people want people hacking in and screwing with our
Yeah.
numbers down there.
Oh, yeah, we'll get the protection for sure.
I know it's separate from the Wi-Fi, but before we like really look into cameras, I don't want like piecemeal, like a system that we can, I don't know what camera, is there one already at the fire station?
It's a game camera, isn't it? No, it's real.
Like, I don't know if that
It records
system,
for 7 days a week. And
I
then
don't know if
7
that-
days at a time.
system can be added on, so it's like all communicating to each other.
Oh, yeah.
and
Like a whole
server.
network.
It's not like, oh, we bought something there, but now we need to add and we want cameras here, but they're not gonna communicate, so
Yeah,
separate
we
from
would-
Wi-Fi, but the camera system.
You mean the cameras there are coexist with cameras that are
same-
down there?
Right.
They all go to the same
all
server,
same,
all
Gotcha.
synced
you know,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same
Okay.
brand, whatever works together, however, just
Right.
making
'Cause
sure it's a
ours
big
is-
enough system
ours
that
isn't hooked to the internet.
we can add to it and.
Ours is the hard drive it saves onto it and just.
If something comes up missing or something.
Yeah. Well, we can look at, because we're gonna want something at the sewer plant as well, so we
Yeah.
can look at just doing a network like, I just looked at them for, I can't remember what they're called, but some cameras that all coincide together that work off, because you can get them to work off the internet, you can get them to work off, like what Joe says, just a hard drive. So pretty simple, and I don't think they're too expensive if we get, a good quality, not crazy one like, that we have in here to record
Do you
everything.
think it's worth, I don't know if computer doctors handle that kind of stuff too, but maybe reaching out to them and getting an idea
Yeah, that's
of
a
what
good
they
idea.
think would be, or, I don't know if they do that, but
Yeah, we
seems
can
like we
definitely
trust
reach
them
out
with a
to
lot
them.
of stuff.
Right.
Maybe it'd be worth saying, hey,
Yeah,
this is what we're thinking, we wanna be able to grow, but here's kind of what the plan is, and they could be like,
mhm.
I'll bet they would No.
Right, they'll have to sell us something.
Well,
That's true.
speaking of which, it would be kind of nice to potentially have cameras that aren't necessarily right on a building too, at some point to grow. That might be solar or whatever. So maybe just like, I think Computer Doctor would be a great resource to like just ask them, okay, not only do we want to grow, but if we went this way or we grew this way, whatever, you know, think of it.
Yeah, but definitely want to, if we're gonna move forward, we definitely need the internet. And I don't know, have we ever determined, is our internet provider still TDS or is it somebody else? Cause I know our phones are something. Our TDS is our internet. Okay, so we can look at having, a line drop there for like fiber, cause I know that
They already
they're,
have us. Spectrum's already got a line there, just have to hook it up.
but we're not Spectrum, we're TDS.
Yeah.
So
For now.
You're right.
we'll have a chat after this. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
that
so
has
let's
nothing
just-
to do with my agenda item.
No, yeah, yeah. We just gotta move forward with getting internet
So do
down
we
there.
need a motion or just this is a discussion or motion to start looking at?
Well, it's discussion and then we can have it is a
Right.
discussion or an action item if we wanna move forward with getting quotes and stuff like that.
I mean, if you can tell me know what cameras we want to go with, do we need to vote on Wi-Fi because, or do we want to move forward with getting Wi-Fi and then eventually,
Yeah.
cause it's gonna take a while to figure out what cameras.
Right, well, so I think if we,
Won't take that long.
I think we can move forward with getting the Wi-Fi and the internet down there and then, cause you're gonna want the internet stuff first to match the camera to what we
Yeah.
have.
Camera and the stuff to run the equipment.
Right.
Yep, yep. So then we might have to change, like, I mean, I think it's the second tier down for like 600 down and some crazy amount up for upload speed for our internet or whatever. I'm not sure how, but we got like pretty good stuff. So I think it'd be better to figure out what we want there and then match everything to what we have. And then we could adjust our internet if we had to. But
Plus, you know, I think if we talk to a computer doctor, they're gonna tell us pretty quick what kind of cameras to look at. They might even say, go to Costco. Get a
Yeah.
Costco card.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna say go to Costco.
No, they have good,
I'll bet they, and I would be sure if somebody else didn't have like a way to, where once again, maybe we don't even have to host it on our own server and
Right.
dealing with
Right.
how long does it stay on, like, you
Yeah.
know, so like that. I mean, there's a lot, there'll be
Oh, yeah.
options out there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I mean, there's, you know, probably find out what's out there and then, of course, for us, what the cost is.
Yeah.
yep.
Way, you know,
hmm
so,
If you can get away with not having the recorder on your place, it's better.
100%.
What, you mean in the cloud?
Yeah,
Host it or something.
because like I've got cameras on my house for some reason, being a teacher. And the recorder has went out on me once and I've had to replace it. So, I mean, they do,
It's like everything else, they go bad or.
they go bad.
Yeah.
How much memory, like they only allow to record so long and then find out 8 days later something's missing and, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, so. Yeah, I think it's worth looking into a lot of different options there.
Yeah, so I guess it's up to you guys if how we want to proceed on that.
Well, I'd like to see us move forward with the Wi-Fi and to run cameras and then we can get the quotes and everything. We can decide now to do that, right? And then,
We can
Okay,
decide now to
quotes
get
on
quotes on the internet and cameras and all of that kind of stuff. And then if we get it back for September, we'll throw that on as a September item.
So
Might not be September because it might take a little bit, but that'll at least get us moving forward.
let me just ask, like, beside the water plant and cameras, where else would we possibly want cameras?
possibly at the park.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say the park.
But then there's no
Park.
internet.
I don't know.
Well, so there's internet at the fire hall, which isn't too far from the park. So that's something that, we can look at.
I was just thinking how many cameras and locations. you know.
Honestly, it probably wouldn't be bad to have some around because we have stuff that we store out here, the spreader, the rock spreader and the blade are back here, right? And the tractor at times and,
Well, usually it's down the sewer plant, but it's moved up here because of the project.
right, well, no, the rock spreader, I think you said we wanted to start, because it needs to be covered because it's plastic.
You know, we want to keep it inside as much as we can and not have it sit outside.
Yeah, so as we, kind of move things around with the sewer plant stuff, might not be bad to have, one on the front, one
I
size.
think like kind of to Amanda's.
We do have that camera already on the front of the library.
Well, yeah,
And that
but,
shines down.
But we don't know what, if it'll
And then
tie
we-
into our system.
well, it's our camera, because we own the
And now,
library.
and Justin started
Right.
paying the yearly.
I'm just saying to
Ready to
add,
go.
Right,
to add,
right.
you know.
So
we're
Justin
not
has
having-
information on that, but, I mean, that's something that we can even move to City Hall once the library's vacant.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, might not be a bad idea to have one pointing out back where it gets dark and,
I agree.
Plus, I think to Amanda's point, maybe we say, hey, let's go to somebody, or community docs, whoever, and say, this is what we want, this is what we're thinking. We have a water plant, a wastewater plant, we have City Hall, possibly the park.
and see what they have to
See
offer.
what they have for cost, see what they say, like, maybe we can't get it at the park, but maybe we get close or something, just think, I bet people be happy to quote us for someone to be happy to sell us.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's a great idea, then we just say, okay, yeah, we got three, how much it's gonna cost, but replacing damaged stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
We know we can get it at the sewer or water plant though, because of the,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
If you have something that we can add it later or
Yeah.
add more, or maybe even if we decide, yeah, we want to do the water plant, and then next budget year, we'll add it here instead of.
Gotcha.
big
Yeah.
purchase. I mean, that's what I think we should.
Definitely make sure it's
Something that we
expandable.
can build on,
Right,
to
that
can
start
grow
there
with
for
us.
sure, and then just
Yeah.
maybe build out, and
Mm-hmm.
that might be an option too.
if you guys are ready, I'll motion. Cause what I'd like to do is motion to put one down there with Wi-Fi, but get a brand that we can expand upon and get an expert.
You wanna wait, you wanna just make a motion for an internet, then we'll take it, hit the quotes before we take and decide exactly.
Yeah, I like to.
As long as we end up with internet, as long as the council votes for internet and
And
for
we can,
camera.
amend it to the motion, or how do we?
I didn't motion yet, so
Oh, sorry.
you go
No,
ahead.
my thing would be, how about we just get the cost, that way we know, cause we're more likely gonna do it, but problem is if we say, yeah, let's get a camera and everything else, and then it's way more than we planned or something, that's why I think, if we can, I don't think it'll be take too long to get the cost. And like the mayor's saying, then we say, yep, we like it, we got the right system, here's our options, and then we start there. Might delay it a little bit, but I know that way make sure we're paying for what we want.
Sure.
Yeah,
Mayor, can we prioritize getting a quote hopefully by September so we can address this?
Yeah, so, one of us will reach out to, either Cheyenne, myself, or I'll have Justin do it. We'll reach out to computer doctors and, just see what they have to say. And then, is there internet out there now, other than, okay, so we'll also, reach out to TDS and I guess the other one, Spectrum. And,
Who should not be named.
those who shall not be named. And we'll get quotes on internet as well, because before we get the cameras, we're definitely gonna want to find out what the internet's gonna be, so.
one
Yeah.
last question about quotes. Is there any other business besides just computer doctor? I mean, it's always great to get
There's-
more than one
Right.
quote to compare brands or.
Is there somewhere, there's this, center security system or so, cause I know there's another one in Lewiston because we look at cameras at the mill.
Yeah.
And one of the employees was like, we'll just go there and Fisher Systems.
Yeah.
So
The
we'll
thing
reach
though
out to
is
Fisher
that
Systems.
We're already paying computer doctors to take care of our stuff, so.
Right, but they're just selling us cameras.
Camera.
But they'll
So,
have to-
System
They
or-
might have to do some stuff to keep it.
right, so
Yeah,
we'll
and all
check
that
with
stuff.
computer doctors and we'll also reach
I
out
hate
to
to
Fisher
pay another
Systems.
company to do the same thing that they're
Right.
already doing.
Right, well, we just wanna get quotes just to make sure we're doing the right thing with the citizens' money and.
3 bids in a buy.
Well, since I'm gonna be outvoted anyway, do we just move forward? Do we have to motion anything? Because we're not actually purchasing anything right now.
Would we need that, wouldn't?
Well,
Are we not
Motion to
motioning
get
to move
quotes?
forward with Wi-Fi?
we would need
Hopefully.
we could motion to move forward with internet, but we would still also want quotes. So,
Is that okay?
you can move forward with internet quotes, I guess.
Yeah,
Or-
so I guess that's how I'm confused. So are we
So I-
motioning to get internet or motioning to
Well,
start looking at getting? it?
I think what we could do, if we wanna get the quotes, then we can get the quotes and then put it on, if we can get the quotes back by September, as to move forward with internet with TDS or the other one, or,
We
well,
could-
First Step even, but I don't know that First Step is,
Oh.
if you can reach there with First Step, but that's another one.
Should be able to.
So could we motion to get the internet and then get quotes, move forward with the internet and then get quotes?
I would just table until we get our quotes back for the next city council meeting.
I
Well, we can move, yes.
was gonna say, if we make a motion to move forward with the Wi-Fi with the lowest quote. Right?
Well, why
That's
don't
what
we just,
want?
we could just move forward with getting the internet and
Yeah.
then review the quotes
Right,
when they
that's what I'm
come in.
saying, we
Yeah.
move forward with the lowest
Not
quote.
necessarily the
Well,
lowest quote.
Not necessarily the
best
lowest quote, because we
Best
want to make sure that it has the right
I like that.
capacity to.
I like
Right, so
that.
then we're moving forward,
With
but
the
we wanna,
internet,
we wanna
We're gonna
make sure
get
it,
quotes with the other stuff, yeah.
right, and get.
I like
quotes
that.
for the camera.
If we use First Step, we won't be able to use that at the water or sewer.
Well, that's what I'm
line.
saying,
Right.
the best
We're
quote
doing,
that
yeah, we're
works.
not, that
Right.
works for our overall.
Yeah.
Gosh,
This just got really confusing.
sorry, people.
Yeah, okay,
No,
so,
hey, this is how it's done.
okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, I'm gonna try and
Oh, wait,
say this, and
where's
then
the camera?
please,
Oh.
somebody chime in if
Somebody
we're,
can-
if I'm confused as well.
Please
'cause-
do.
So we're going to move forward with getting internet to the water plant. Hoping to have the quotes in September to choose the best provider for our needs.
I love it.
And then the security cameras can be as separate. Once we get the internet, we'd have to have the internet first. Well, actually, we wouldn't. We could just do cameras, but you'd have to have, like what Eric does, and we want somebody to be able to host it, like on the cloud or something. So I think we need to start with,
I would start with internet.
yes,
Okay,
So we're gonna say we're gonna get internet, not knowing what that internet is gonna cost.
well, see, I think we can get the quotes by September and just put it back on in September and use this
That's
as
what I
a
would
discussion.
prefer. I know Mark wants to get going and I
Right.
agree, but it seems like we've been very good in this council before, has been very good about knowing the cost of things. And we're basically, and I'm sure internet wouldn't be that
Right.
much.
Well, and
But
We're back
to
in
We're-
2
just say, hey,
weeks.
let's.
we're 2 weeks, yeah, we're 2 weeks away from our next council meeting, so
Right.
hopefully
I
we
just-
should be able to.
I would have our time saying, yes, let's get internet, not knowing what that internet would cost.
So I make a motion to get internet quotes. Make it simple.
That's a one.
and camera quotes.
Well, we could, I mean, I guess that's what we would have to do. Well, there's a motion. so I
There's a
can't argue
motion,
with that.
so
And I did second it, so. That's what he wants to, can I make?
Can I amend? Can I amend it? Are we able to amend?
Have fun, have fun.
Stop.
Okay, so there is a motion on the table. It does have a second. We'll vote on the motion. If the motion fails, then there can be another motion made. Does everybody understand that?
Mhm.
Okay. All in favor of moving forward with quotes for internet at the water plant? Okay, all opposed?
What just happened?
Oh, he wants to amend.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
so are
voting-
you-
I wanted to amend.
Well,
That's
you
right, we
already
needed to
voted
vote
for it.
down that last
Yeah, we
vote,
So-
vote down.
so we can do.
So did
another
you
one.
two vote down?
I vote down.
Okay, so then that becomes me, so I'm gonna say no. And then,
We can
Let's
have a
make
new
another
motion.
motion with everything before I just didn't say.
I don't know what just happened. Someone's gonna have to explain this to me after.
I'm so glad we have recording.
okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Make a motion to get quotes for internet, Wi-Fi, and cameras from wherever we deem like we need to.
We'll get a couple
Computer
quotes.
doctors, get a couple quotes. Prioritize it so that we can try and have it on the September's agenda to vote on,
Moving
to
forward
move
with it.
forward. That would be my motion to.
I second.
Okay,
Jeff Brad.
I like it.
it's been moved and seconded. All in favor? Okay, motion passes.
Who knew it was so complicated?
Wow, that was
I thought my
I think we
idea
could
was.
that was a-
Ourselves,
that
yeah, we
was a-
got there, we got.
That was a good learning experience for all of us. Yes. Okay, so the next one, we've talked about this, is just uploading the payables information to the website. So basically what we look at and sign every council meeting, Cheyenne would just upload to the website so the citizens can see. And then if they have a question about like the attorney bill or something like that, then they can either submit a public records request or get on the agenda.
Well, Todd didn't have an issue with it, so that's the only thing I would be worried about, so he
Yep.
didn't.
And I think you said other cities do it too.
Okay,
Yeah.
Pretty sure the city goes to know, like, they, post it up there and everybody can go in
Mhm.
and add them.
It's gonna
That's-
save her work,
Mhm.
so.
Yep.
You know, that's true transparency there.
I motion to upload monthly payables information to the website unless you guys are still discussing.
Okay.
Second,
Okay, then move to second, all in favor? Motion passes. Okay. Somebody's got to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second,
So,
all in favor? Okay, motion passes, adjourn. Thanks,
Thank you,
everybody.
guys. Thank you.
Yep. Which one am I supposed to click on?
The one law firm